I have not met Kotal, but he is reputed to be a man of honor.
It's true. I know him well.
My last video did terrible, and I feel like having a rant. Though if I'm being honest, this rant was gonna happen anyway, because last week's video had some very sus comments. Because believe it or not, there are people out there who actually think that Jade and Kotal Khan are a good couple. And look, I'm not one to kink shame, but if genocide gets you off, then you might want to check yourself. Not only does Kotal Khan have some really negative aspects about his own character, but even worse, he dragged Jade down with him. Or maybe it's more accurate to say the writers did that, because I don't think the Jade from Mortal Kombat 9 would ever hook up with Kotal Khan, especially after he attempted to wipe out an entire species from the globe. There is no tier list for red flags, but if there was, I can guarantee you that genocide would be up there at the tippity top SSS rank. So if any of you watching are ever on a date, I don't care how perfect your partner is, if they're pro genocide, that's a red flag. Do not stay with them, that's a bad decision. Now it's time to talk about the most toxic relationship in Mortal Kombat history, although it's more accurate to say it might be the most toxic relationship in fighting game history. Because even though some couples out there are more evil, like Sindel and Shao Kahn, at least they're not dragging each other down. If anything, they're a perfect fit for each other. In a way, it's almost like Sakura and Sasuke. Both of them are terrible people and they deserve each other. However, that is not the case for Jade and Kotal Khan. We know very little about their history and why they love each other, but I can tell you right now, they are not a good fit for each other. I've seen some people defend this ship in the comments section by saying that Jade is an assassin, so she doesn't mind dating somebody who also kills people. Here's the thing, my dude. Killing people one by one that you are assigned to kill under contract is way different than committing genocide. I'm not sure if you paid attention in Mortal Kombat 11 story mode, but Kotal Khan was going to waste that entire Tarkatan camp all because they once sided with Mileena. And according to Jade, those aren't even the same Tarkatans, but Kotal Khan doesn't care. Any Tarkatans got to go, and that is the definition of racist. And I do not use that term lightly, but I can't think of any other word to describe Kotal Khan. He wants to waste all of them because they look the same as the other guys who once betrayed him. And I almost forgot to mention this, but did we forget that Kotal Khan was going to beat Jade's butt just because she disagreed with him on genocide? He was going to beat his girlfriend unconscious because she went against what he wanted. Jade literally had to knock him out to stop him from committing genocide. Her word held no value to him. Kotal Khan straight up did not care about Jade's opinion on anything. He was going to beat her down. He did not care what her say was in the matter. It didn't have any value to him at all. However, do not misunderstand. I am not saying that Jade is innocent. Yes, she did kill people that she was ordered to, and some of those people may have been innocent or even good people trying to dethrone Shao Kahn. However, there are two very important factors to consider. Factor number one, Jade was likely forced to kill these people. Otherwise, she would be killed, or her loved ones might be killed, or Katana might even be killed. Shao Kahn does not mess around, so if you disobey him, bad things are going to happen. However, Kotal Khan was not under orders from anybody. He was the one in charge, and he made the decision to waste an entire species for very unjust reasons. And for the record, this is not the first time that Kotal Khan has committed genocide. He did it twice in the Mortal Kombat X comics, one of which was by accident. He spreaded a disease, and he didn't mean to. But even so, if Jade had not been there at that camp, he would have committed genocide a third time. That is too many genocides for one person. And once again, he is the one calling the shots, unlike Jade, who is likely forced to commit assassinations. And then for factor number two, we have the kill count. Alright, Jade has killed some people. It cannot be denied, but it's nowhere near the genocidal levels of Kotal Khan. So once again, I am not saying that Jade is innocent, but just because two people are murderers does not mean they're fit to be together. It's not a good ship. And look, even if we take genocide off the table, Kotal Khan is still a bad person. The guy will murder you for stealing bread, even if you're starving to death. That is some next level authoritarianism or dictatorism. I don't know the exact term, but that guy is a control freak. Those laws are too extreme. Even though Shao Kahn is likely the more evil ruler overall, I seriously doubt he would execute you over stealing bread. If anything, I doubt he would give a shit. But I can tell you who does care, Kotal Khan. That guy will execute you over stealing bread. Even if you're starving, it doesn't matter. He's gonna kill you that much quicker, which I guess is a mercy in a weird sort of way, but it's still not okay. Once again, this relationship is extremely toxic. I think the only reason that people like them as a couple is because they both wear green or because they have similar skin tones, both of which are very stupid reasons. It might be fun for some fan art, but if you actually ship them over those reasons, that is really stupid. I mean, by that logic, Katana and Sub-Zero should get together too. Oh wait, there is actually fan art for that, and some people do ship that. And honestly, am I the only person who's a bit upset that Kotal Khan isn't just green? Because in the comics, it seems like he was genuinely green. Even as a kid, he had solid green skin, and I think all of his people had green skin too, but then in the games he's wearing paint, which I suppose does have some novelty to it and is kind of interesting as a character design that he's wearing paint and he's not actually green, but it still kind of blew my mind playing the Mortal Kombat X game to see him without the paint, because once again in the comics he's solid green all the time 24/7, so I did not know that was Kotal Khan at first in that cutscene. I thought it was somebody else completely. So once again, a minor segue, let me know in the comments section, would you prefer if Kotal Khan was just like the Hulk and had green skin, or do you prefer the paint? Let me know down below. I hope this video doesn't come off the wrong way. I'm not trying to attack the shipping community or shippers in general. I think it's a fine community and some of the ships are actually better than what the writers themselves do. For example, I've seen some really good points in the comments below that Kung Lao is actually a really good partner for Jade. Yeah, it's a big cliche for the best friends to each get the girl who are also best friends, but let's be honest, that happens a lot in real life. It happened to me twice in my own lifetime, for example. My friend and I each had a different girlfriend who were also best friends with each other. It just happens. In fact, I dare say it's pretty common in real life, so it would make sense for Kung Lao to end up with Jade. Because believe it or not, he's the one that helped Jade out of the tent when she was being tortured by Scarlet. No one else went in to save her. It was Kung Lao that brought her out of the tent and was even walking with her. What a gentleman. Anyway, my point is I don't mind shipping, and I think relationships are cool in video games, even fighting game story modes. I like seeing relationships like Liu Kang and Katana. Even Melina and Tanya is very interesting. Not just because they represent the LGBT, but also because they both emit that step on me mommy energy. So them both together is an even bigger turn on for a lot of the fans who like both characters.
Ready to work up a sweat? However, shall we do that? Here's one way.
I know this video's premise might seem a little bit silly, but ranting is always fun, and also I am a teensy bit worried that some people genuinely think that Kotal Khan and Jade are a good relationship, just like some people unironically think that Joker and Harley Quinn are a good relationship. So let me just get one thing very clear. Joker and Harley Quinn are one of the worst relationships in comic book history, and that's made very, very clear in the comics themselves. In fact, I'm convinced the only people who think they're a good ship are people who haven't actually read the comics and just casually watch one or two movies, and maybe not even the whole movie, maybe just some clips. And it's gotta be the same case with Jade and Kotal Khan, right? Maybe some people notice they're together in story mode and go, oh my god, I ship them, look how cute they are, they both wear green, they both have similar skin tones, oh my god, a match made in heaven. And once again, those are garbage reasons, but I hope there are very few people who actually played the story mode and still think they are a good pairing. Once again, I want to make it very clear to anybody watching, they are not a good relationship. Do not date anybody like Kotal Khan. I don't care if you're a former assassin, don't date him, he's not good enough for you, you're out of his league. And then on top of that, there's one more reason I'm making this video, and it's because Kotal Khan actually drags Jade down. In the past Mortal Kombat games, Jade does not have much of a personality. It can't be denied, but at the very least, she is a good friend to Katana. Pretty much everything she does is trying to save her best friend. So even though she is an assassin who does kill people as her job, she still is a loving person who cares about her friend dearly. And even in Mortal Kombat 11, she has that one redeeming quality, and I don't hate the relationship at first between her and Kotal Khan. Yeah, it was shoved in there out of nowhere and makes no sense with no backstory, which is very stupid and lazy. At the very least, we could have had a flashback sequence where you play as Jade or Kotal Khan. That could have been really awesome to see how they actually met or why they fell in love. That could have been cool, and we didn't get any of that. However, even so, I was okay with the pairing up until the point where Kotal Khan did something awful. At that point, they should have parted ways. I can still understand Jade saving Kotal Khan just because she's a good person, and maybe deep down she's always a protector who saves people that she knows or once had a relationship with. However, the idea of her getting back with him is impossible to believe. How many of you watching, there are some ladies watching, if your boyfriend tried to commit genocide and you had to stop him by beating him to death because he would not listen, how many of you would forgive him after that? I don't care if his back gets broken. How many of you would forgive him after attempting that and not listening to you? I'll make the gamble that that number is 0 outside of some trolls who are just trying to mess around in the comment section. I see you trolls. Honestly, it's very likely the next Mortal Kombat game is going to be a prequel that takes place during the Great Kung Lao's timeline, but if it is a direct sequel, then I think the writers can redeem this relationship by having Jade get betrayed again by Kotal Khan. Because not only would that be more realistic, but it would also be a great life lesson to anybody watching who dared to forgive Kotal Khan. You will learn, oh yeah, he doesn't care what I think. He is actually a bad person regardless. He's too late to change. But at any rate, that's about it for my video. Let me know in the comments down below if you do ship Jade and Kotal Khan, what is your reasoning? And please be nice to them in the comment section. Don't destroy them or go after them. I genuinely want to know their thoughts. And then while you're down there, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It really does help my channel out a ton. And once again, I am losing my voice due to all the talking, so every like helps out a ton. And then keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell. That way you never miss a future video. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.